Tensions reach a breaking point as unidentified naval vessels approach the Venezuelan coastline under the cover of darkness. Advanced American Special Operations units mobilize for a high-stakes mission targeting strategic infrastructure within the capital city limits.
Elite soldiers prepare for immediate insertion, while intelligence reports suggest a total collapse of local security force coordination. Thousands of United States Marines stand ready to provide massive ground support for the surgical strikes already underway.
Panic spreads through the local command structure as electronic warfare assets jam all domestic communication and radar networks.
Precision teams hit the ground running to seize control of vital communication hubs before the local military reacts.
The population watches in silence as the arrival of foreign military power signals the end of the status.
Air superiority is established within minutes as stealth aircraft bypass aging air defense systems with complete technical ease.
The first wave of ground forces establishes a secure perimeter to allow for the landing of heavy equipment.
Breaching teams utilize thermal imaging to navigate through the complex corridors of the high-security military command facility tonight.
Local defenses are caught completely off guard by the speed and coordination of the multi-pronged American military assault.
Surveillance assets monitor every movement on the ground to ensure that collateral damage is kept to a minimum.
Tactical positioning allows the coalition forces to control the primary entry and exit points of the entire valley.
The sight of American armor moving through the upscale districts creates a sense of profound and immediate shock.
Every window and doorway is watched by elite marksmen, tasked with protecting the advancing infantry from hidden threats.
Specialized units penetrate deep into the earth to secure sensitive data and prevent the destruction of evidence tonight.
As the sun begins to rise, and the full scale of the military operation becomes visible to the world.
Commanders in Washington receive live updates as the first phase of the intervention reaches its primary tactical objectives.
Efforts to stabilize the local population begin immediately as logistics units arrive to provide much-needed humanitarian assistance.
The arrival of heavy armor ensures that any potential counterattack by loyalist forces can be met with overwhelming.
Strategic naval assets are neutralized without significant bloodshed as the local command chain begins to fracture and dissolve.
Night vision patrols sweep the surrounding forests to prevent insurgent groups from regrouping or launching guerrilla-style attacks.
Communication with the local populace is established to explain the presence of foreign troops and maintain public order.
The atmosphere in the streets remains tense as citizens weigh the consequences of this sudden and massive intervention.
Symbols of the old regime are replaced by the presence of a force that promises a new beginning.
Aerial assets track fleeing high-value targets who are attempting to escape the tightening net around the capital city.
Clearing the main arteries of the city is essential for the movement of supplies and the restoration of.
Compassion is shown to those who choose to lay down their arms and accept the new reality on.
Tilt-rotor aircraft provide the mobility needed to respond to emerging threats across the sprawling urban landscape of Caracas. The protection of diplomatic personnel remains a top priority during the initial stages of the massive military occupation.
Constant patrols from the air provide a psychological deterrent against any remaining elements of the loyalist paramilitary groups.
Every square inch of the city is under constant surveillance to prevent the buildup of hostile resistance forces. Independent communication networks are established to bypass the local infrastructure and maintain secure links with the global command.
Navigating the narrow streets of the barrios presents a unique challenge for the heavy equipment of the Marines.
Securing international landmarks and hotels is vital for the safety of foreign nationals caught in the middle of.
Strategic strikes have effectively neutralized the regime's ability to resupply its forces with fuel and ammunition during the corona.
The discipline and training of the American forces are on full display as they maintain a professional presence.
For many residents, the sight of such advanced military technology is both terrifying and a sign of change.
The search for documents and hard drives continues as the coalition seeks to uncover the regime's hidden secrets.
Ensuring that the local healthcare system continues to function is a key component of the post-conflict stabilization plan.
Logistics are the backbone of the operation, as thousands of tons of supplies are moved into the city.
Engineers work tirelessly to clear mines and improvised explosive devices that may have been planted by retreating forces.
The naval blockade remains in place to ensure that no external actors can interfere with the ongoing mission.
The list of high-value targets is systematically addressed as the Delta Force teams execute their precision capture missions.
Reinforcements continue to arrive from bases across the United States to bolster the presence of the American military.
The surrender of entire units indicates a total breakdown of the regime's command and control over its military.
Precision targeting ensures that only military objectives are hit, while minimizing the impact on the surrounding civilian population.
Every potential hideout is scrutinized by advanced sensors to ensure that no high-level officials can remain hidden.
Clear communication with the public is essential to prevent misunderstandings and maintain order during this transitional period.
Restoring basic services like electricity and water is a top priority for the stabilization teams on the ground.
The vast underground network of the city's metro system must be cleared of any potential hostile threats.
The once bustling streets are now silent as the city waits for the outcome of the military intervention.
Controlling the high ground is vital for monitoring the movement of any remaining loyalist forces in the area.
Integrating local law enforcement into the security plan is a key step towards restoring normalcy to the city.
Securing the nation's financial assets is necessary to prevent the looting of the country's wealth during the chaos.
Small acts of kindness help to build trust between the foreign military forces and the local civilian population.
The presence of attack helicopters provides immediate close air support for any ground units that may come under.
Explosive ordnance disposal teams use advanced technology to safely handle potential threats without risking any human lives.
The mission continues around the clock as the elite units work to finalize their objectives in the city.
Restoring the ability for citizens to communicate with their families is a vital part of the humanitarian effort.
The resilience of the local population is evident as they begin to adapt to the military's presence.
Surveillance remains a critical tool for identifying the last remnants of the regime's loyalist leadership and their supporters.
Strict control of movement is necessary to prevent the escape of high-value targets and the entry of weapons.
Keeping the supply lines open is essential for the continued success of the large-scale military operation.
Seamless coordination between ground and air assets is a hallmark of the American military's operational effectiveness in.
Information operations are used to keep the public informed and to counter any misinformation from the previous regime.
The air defense mission continues to ensure that no hostile aircraft can threaten the ground forces or civilians.
Tactical patience is key as the elite units work to secure their targets with minimal risk and effort.
The security of the city's infrastructure is vital for the long-term stability and recovery of the nation.
Engaging with local stakeholders is a critical part of the process to ensure a peaceful and orderly transition.
The use of specialized equipment allows the elite units to overcome any obstacle in their path with ease.
Community involvement in the recovery effort is encouraged to build a sense of ownership and shared responsibility. The daily rhythm of the operation continues as the military maintains its constant and vigilant presence in.
The extraction of intelligence is a key objective to understand the full extent of the regime's activities and Protecting the nation's energy resources is essential for the future economic stability and recovery of the country.
Transparency with the media is maintained to ensure that the world is informed about the ongoing military operation.
The use of small, man-portable drones provides real-time situational awareness for the elite units on the ground.
Ensuring access to clean water is a fundamental part of the humanitarian mission to support the local population.
The versatility of the Osprey allows for the rapid movement of troops and supplies between ship and shore. The search for evidence of the regime's activities continues as the elite units clear each building systematically.
Providing security for essential services is a key part of the plan to maintain order and stability.
The positive reception from some parts of the population is a sign of hope for a peaceful future.
Documentation of the mission's progress is essential for later analysis and for the historical record of the people.
The restoration of the transportation network is vital for the movement of goods and people in the lead.
The dawn of a new day brings with it the continued commitment of the American military to stability. Blue Force tracking technology ensures that every soldier's position is known to prevent accidents and improve coordination.
The distribution of food and supplies is a critical part of the mission to support the local population.
The process of rebuilding the nation begins with the cooperation of its people and the international community.
The use of advanced technology allows the military to identify and neutralize threats before they can act.
Restoring the power grid is a key part of the effort to bring the city back to life. The night belongs to the elite units as they continue their work to secure the city and country.
The search for information continues as the military works to understand the full extent of the regimes.
The shared goal of a better future brings the military and the local population together in this.
The use of technology ensures that every part of the country is monitored and secure from any.
The restoration of the infrastructure is a key part of the long-term plan for the country's recovery.
The mission has achieved its primary objectives as the city of Caracas enters a new and uncertain era. The presence of the American military remains a powerful symbol of the change that has come to.